1st and 10. Here's Wentz. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Here's Wentz to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Will Fuller, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Carry for Darius Geis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis finding some room at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, this is Geis. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Watch him now, Barney!
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll hand it down to Geis. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Watch it now, Barney!
3rd down, here's Geis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darius Geis, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Go!
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They run with Ajayi. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Hey, I need one over here.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. On the ground, it's Geis, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They'll run for it. Geis. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. This is Geis. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Hill rolling to his right. Incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. This is Geis on a handoff left. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Here we go with Geis, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing is Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Geis receives the pitch. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll run with Geis. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a toss. This is Gallman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up 1st downs.
Geis, they'll try to run him. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken in the end zone. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Let's find 2.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Mario Edwards in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that's off the mark, incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's a Giant. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
I got number 18. I got you, 18. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Here's Geis. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Geis. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking for his receiver sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. So after the INT, here's Wentz on the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Wentz now to throw. Looking deep for his tight end. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 54 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This is Clement, and he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Right back to him on first down. Twisting away. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give running left is Geis. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now a toss. This is Geis. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis, and he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Geis with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this 2nd half. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And now the kick is blocked. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Wentz to throw. He hits his running back, Jay Ajayi. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you pride the